I know you can't see anything. Up at the break of dawn, or I guess the pre-break of dawn. Doing chores so we can get to the dog show again. I wasn't sure if you could hear the frogs. They're so funny. They're so loud. All winter long, you hear nothing out here. It's just dead. And then one day, they just rip loose and start just singing and singing all night long. And even though we have a farm, we try to be good stewards of the land. And we had an environmentalist out here not too long ago counting frog eggs. And they found that some almost extinct species of curly-toed, twisty-nosed rotter bog frog or whatever had record numbers of eggs laid out here, right here in our pasture, which was kind of exciting. And of course, we try to keep the animals up out of the water and have buffer zones and stuff like that so that they're not out there contaminating the headwaters here. I just thought this was kind of neat. People ask me, "Oh, you milk a dairy cow. You must get up before the sun comes up." It's like, no, she doesn't either. See, I hear her up there, wondering what I'm doing up here. No cow eating her grain, which I've already put in there. Now I gotta go make sure my daughter's up so she can do her chores, get her goats done and stuff. And it does not look like she's up yet. I do not see the right lights on at the house, so she's in trouble. All right, we are off to day number 2 of our dog show adventure. And today it's drizzling. Finally got my chores done. Got somebody awake to go do her chores.
My alarm didn't go off.
I think your alarm went off. I think you ignored it, or you turned over and turned it off and went right back to sleep. Because after I woke you up, you did the same thing. I went up and did my cow, came back down, we're still in bed. So, I can't believe you got those goats milked and all the babies fed that fast. Anyway, so we're off to the next day. Hopefully we'll do good with our doggies and have something good to report when we get done. Wish us luck. Look at the weather that we're driving into. It's pretty crummy. It's not raining inside the barn, I suppose, so I guess we'll be okay.
And you jump by 16, is that right? Yes, sir. All right, good luck today.
Thank you. Look at me.
Are you ready? Forward.
He's cute.
Okay, I'm going to take a second here to discuss incorrectly performed, or IP stations. And a good example is sign 322 here at the end of my run, the one right before the finish where I lost 10 points. Okay, an incorrectly performed station occurs when a team attempts a station and fails to perform the principal parts of the station on the first attempt. The handler can choose to retry the station once for a correct performance, accepting a mandatory 3-point deduction for the retry of the station. However, this is not optional in Masters. Masters, there are no retries. So in this case, sign number 322 is called the stand, leave 2 steps, call to heel. Okay, so the parts that are underlined here, as you see in the description, are mandatory parts of the station. The handler or the dog must do those things in order for this station to be considered complete. So this one says, while heeling, the handler stops, and without touching the dog stands in heel position. That's where I messed up. The handler did not stop. The handler just walked on by and told the dog to stop. That's my mistake. It goes on to say, the dog must stand and stay while the handler takes 2 steps forward and pauses. Well, I got that part good. The handler begins to heel forward and then commands the dog to heel. The dog must speed up noticeably to resume heel position. Okay, here we approach the sign. I tell her to wait. She stops, but I don't. I take 1, 2 steps forward. Now I pause. Call her to heel as I walk out. Her speed increases noticeably. She does everything right. I blow it. One last thing I'd like to discuss is that all teams are timed. Times will be used only in the event of a tie for placement, and the timing begins when the judge gives the order of forward, and it ends when the dog and handler cross the finish station. In the case of tied scores, the dog completing the course in the least amount of time will receive the higher placement. We are done with our weekend at the dog show, and it went pretty well. Today, I thought Mavis was in-queued, which means not qualified. I didn't think she qualified.
Completely different thing than disqualified.
Apparently, big time different than disqualified.
Means you can't show your dog anymore.
Yeah, and I'm going around going, she got disqualified. And eventually, Dakota came over and said, Mom, that means she can never come back. I'm like, oh, sorry, I meant in queue. I meant in queue, everybody. She didn't attack anybody or anything. Anyway, she went around the jump, and I thought when they didn't go over the jump, I thought that was just an immediate in queue, but it was not. It just took 10 points off her score. So I finished the rest of the run kind of thinking, well, we already blew it, so let's just get this over with and get out of here. And so then one of the other stations that I stopped at, I didn't do it completely right. I was supposed to pause, then take a step out of it, and I just kind of walked through it with her. So I got 10 more points taken off for that, but she actually qualified with a 95, or 75, which is 5 points over what she needed to qualify.
I got 75.
Yeah, it was a 75. Anyway, so long story short, she got her Rally Masters qualification, which would have been, it's now her 3rd leg, and she also qualified in obedience for her. She finished her title for that, for her beginner novice title, with I think 3rd place. I think 3rd place with, I forget the score, 190 or something like that, out of 200. So, yay, Mavis finished another title and is on her way to, hopefully by the end of this year, she'll have her master's title in Rally. And how did Daisy do?
Daisy qualified in advanced and got her advanced Rally title. And in OB, she qualified and got her 2nd leg towards that.
Got her 2nd leg towards that. One more leg in her.
I got this for Rally, qualifying ribbon, and then this is for obedience because I also got 1st place.
There you go.
I was the only dog there. And then I got this in obedience today, and this in obedience, or no, Rally. This in Rally today, and this in Rally yesterday.
So, a good weekend. Good weekend for all of us. And we had a lot of fun. It was a little tough getting up early to get where we needed to be.
I slept through my alarm.
She slept through her alarm this morning. But it didn't matter because we still got here in time with plenty of time to set up and do everything. We met some really nice people that were very friendly and very helpful. And we just had a really good time. So we're looking forward to our next show, where we're going to
keep working towards our doggies' accomplishments, right?
For a professional trainer actually complimented both of us on our dogs and our training.
Mostly her.
Mom.
It was mostly you. She was like, hey, by the way, you're doing a really great job with your dog. And then she looked at me and she's like, oh, you too. I was like, oh, thanks. Dakota's doing great. I'm just like, yeah, you too. But that's okay. I was proud of my darling daughter and her beautiful Doberman, her dashing Doberman. So, anyway, right? We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.